See, students, we are starting a new chapter, that's colloids. Like absorption, this is also more of theoretical, informative, yes, easiest chapter in the chemistry. And first, what is colloid first of all? Colloids also comes under the surface chemistry. The surface of the colloid is playing an important role. See, what is colloid? It is a mixture. What is the meaning of the mixture? What is the meaning of the mixture? See, to prepare a mixture, to call it as a mixture, that is, there must be two or more different components or chemicals should be there. One. The second one is and one component, one substance should be distributed in the other substance. 3. There should not be any chemical reaction between the components of the mixture, different components. So that is two or more compounds are required to prepare a mixture, and there should not be any chemical reaction between these chemical components, and one has to distribute in the other. So if the given chemical system satisfies this condition, that is called as the mixture. See, the chemical system which is formed due to the dispersion of the one molecules of the one component in the another component is called as the mixture. During the formation of the mixture, that is, the components do not lose their, that is, chemical identity, because they are not participating in the chemical reaction at all. It should not lose the chemical identity at all. See, now take for our convenience, what we say is, there may be in the formation of the mixture any number of components are present. For our convenience, we always take the binary mixture, that is where the components are two components. In the mixture, if there are two components, depending upon the relative proportions of the two components, one is called as the solvent, which is a major component present in the larger quantities. The other is called as the solute. This is only for our convenience. Instead of saying the one A, B, or that substance, this substance, we say that the major component is called as a solvent and the minor component is called as a solute. This concept is only valid to the binary systems. And saying the major minor is not the correct one. The active component is called as the solvent, solute, and passive component is called as the solvent. But in majority of the cases, the major component which is present in the larger proportions is called as the solvent, and present in the lesser proportions is called as the solute. Let us take a mixture. See, this is a chemical system I am taking. This is the sugar. Sorry. This is water. And to this, sugar is added. When sugar is added to this system, the crystals of the sugar are added to this system. Then what happens? This is made up of covalent compound. This is made up of molecules of the sugar. Each crystal is made up of the millions and millions of molecules of the sugar. When it is added, it dissolves and disperses in the molecular state without any chemical reaction, causing the chemical reaction. It is the system of two chemical components. One is dispersed in the other. It is an example of that is a mixture. Here, what is happening? Sugar is distributed in the water in molecular state. Let me take the what other example. This is the again water, common solvent. That is sodium chloride crystal is added or crystals are added. So this is distributed in the form of Na plus Cl minus, Na plus Cl minus. This is crystal is dismantled and dissolved and dispersed in the form of ions. One component is dispersed in the other component. It is a mixture without any chemical reaction. This is mixture, this is mixture. Here, this is solvent. I told you, for our convenience, the major component is called as a solvent. Water is solvent, water is solvent. Sodium chloride is solute, sugar is solute. So, solute is dispersed in the solvent, here molecular state. Here, solute is dispersed in the solvent in ionic state. This is ionic state in the form of ions. Take that is molten silver or molten zinc, add the molten, that is anything that is copper is added. Both are melts are taken, and an addition, that is this is copper is distributed in this, and finally it becomes the uncooling, that becomes the solidification takes place, that is a solid is formed. It is a mixture of the zinc and copper. It is a mixture of the zinc and copper. Alloy is formed. One metal is dispersed in the other metal. Alloy is formed. And here, one component is dispersed in the other component in the atomic state. In the atomic state. All the three are mixtures. Remember, all the three are mixtures. And here, solute is dispersed in the solvent in the molecular state, ionic state, atomic state. It is dispersed in the atomic state. See, you take the water, another system, and add that is oil, and stir it. Small amount of the oil is added. Here water is the solvent, remember, and oil is the solute. Smaller quantities are taken in the smaller quantities, added, and it is not mixing, thoroughly mixed. Oil is dispersed in the water without any chemical reaction. The system which is formed due to the dispersion of the one component in the other component without any chemical reaction, without losing its identity, then that is called as the mixture. This is also mixture. All the four are mixtures. This is also mixture. So not mixing, I am making the to mix with the oil, forcing the oil system to disperse in the this one. Here it is stirring. As increase the speed of the stirrer, mechanically we are making to disperse. So that is it is dispersed with this in the form of small micro droplets. No doubt it is a mixture. All are mixtures, this is also a mixture. Binary mixture, binary system, and one component is dispersed in the other component without any chemical reaction. So this one. But here, see you take here molecular state, ionic state, atomic state. Here solute is dispersed in the solvent in the form of small droplets. Small droplets. So that is each droplet is not equal to one molecule of oil. It is not equal to the ion. It is each droplet of as you increase the speed of the stirrer, the size of the droplet decreases, become the micro, small, but it never disperses in the molecular state. Each droplet is a association, aggregation of several molecules. Here it is solute is dispersed in the solvent in the aggregated form, in the form of small lump. which contains the several molecule structural units. See, this is also a mixture. So what is the difference between this? So dispersal particle size is, solute particle size is changing. Here molecular size, molecular state or ionic state or atomic state. Here in the form of a small aggregate, small molecular aggregate is formed. If you come to the other one, this is the, take the water again, calcium hydroxide is added. Solubility of the calcium hydroxide is very less. You stir it, so the milky solution is formed. Here, this is the solute, this is the solvent. Solute is dispersing in the solvent. So here, little bigger, you can see that is the particles of the solute through naked eye, visible to naked eye, dispersal. So if you stir it, it mix. If you leave it, the separation takes place. So here, this is also mixture, but dispersal solute particle size is bigger than this one. So now, based on the size of the solute particle that is dispersed in the solvent, that is mixtures are further classified into two types: homogeneous mixtures the other one is the heterogeneous mixtures. This is homogeneous, that is heterogeneous mixtures. So which is called as the what is the criteria for the to say it as a homogeneous mixture? See, in the preparation, in the mixture, if the solute is minor component is dispersed in the major component in the molecular state, or in the still smaller state, that is ionic state or atomic state, then that mixture is called as the homogeneous mixture. So that is a molecular state. This molecular state or atomic state size is less than 10 to the power of 7 angstrom, 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeters, or that is less than 1 nanometer, or less than 10 angstroms. Then it is called as these are the dimensional diameter of the particle, dispersed particle. These dimensions are diameter of the particle. Solute particle diameter is less than 10 to the power of minus 7 or 1 nanometer, then that is called as the homogeneous mixture. So they are also called as the homogeneous mixtures are also called as the solutions, true solutions, true solutions. See, whereas here, which is called as a heterogeneous mixture. In the these are the dimensions, heterogeneous mixture. In the heterogeneous mixture, the solute is size is increased, solute particle size is increased. The range of where that is a molecule, that's a solute is dispersed in the solvent in the form of a very small, that is aggregate, molecular aggregates. They are not in the molecular state. Or the dispersed particle size is that is greater than 10 to the power of minus 7. This is the particle size is 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeters to 10 to the power of minus and 5 centimeters. Then it is called as a minus 5 centimeters. Then it is called as that is colloidal solution, heterogeneous mixture. Or if the particle size is greater than 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeters, greater than 1 nanometer, then it is called as the heterogeneous mixture. In the heterogeneous mixture and further, that is they are further divided into two types. So heterogeneous mixtures are further divided into two types, that is based on this is greater than 1 nanometer. diameter of the particles, solute particles. They are heterogeneous mixtures. Heterogeneous mixtures are further classified into two types. That is colloidal solutions, false solutions, that is suspensions. Suspension. Colloidal solution, here particle size is 1 nanometer to, that is 10 to the power of 3 nanometers. That is 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeters to, that is 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters. If it is greater than or 10 to the power of minus 4, minus 5, this is a range, approximate range, that is colloidal solution. If it is greater than 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters, then it is suspension, or greater than, that is 10 to the power of 3 nanometers, 10 to the power of 3 nanometers, then it is called as the suspension. So a solution is prepared, a mixture is prepared. So a solute is dispersed in the solvent. If the size of the solute is, that is dispersal particle size is, that is less than 1 nanometer, less than 1 nanometer, it is true solution or solution, homogeneous mixture. It is between the 1 nanometer to that is 1000 nanometers, it is colloidal solution. Greater than 1000 nanometers, that is called as the suspension. These two are the heterogeneous mixtures, this is the homogeneous mixture. So colloid is nothing but it is a mixture, and size of the dispersed particle is greater than 1 nanometer and less than 10 to the power of 3 nanometers. If the size of the solute particle is in this range, then that mixture is called as the colloidal solution. It is a true solution. It is a colloidal solution and is not a solution, but it looks like a solution, but it is not a solution. It is a false solution. So they are also called as the salts. Now we are discussing about the colloidal solutions. This is the introductory part of the what is colloid. So when the mixture is prepared, so solute is dispersed in the solvent. Based on the size of the solute particles, solutions are mainly classified into two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. See, if the solute is in the molecular state, as dispersal particle size is less than 1 nanometer, 0.1 to 10 to the power of 1 nanometer, then it is called as the true solution or solution, homogeneous mixture. Greater than 1 nanometer is called as if the diameter is greater than 1 nanometer, then it is called as that is heterogeneous mixture. In the heterogeneous mixture, further they are classified based on the size of the solute particle. If it is in the range of 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometers, it is called as a colloidal solution. Greater than 1000 nanometers, it is called as the suspensions. So broadly, the solutions are classified into three types. So mixtures are classified into three types. One is the solutions, true solutions, and second one is the colloidal solutions, and the third one is the suspensions. This is the terminology used here. This is the definition or introductory part of that is colloidal solutions. That is, and behavior of the colloids are different from the behavior of the true solutions. And one more thing. Now, here normally, if the solution is prepared, this is the solvent. This is the anything urea or anything is added. When the crystalline urea is added to the water, it disperses in the molecular state. It is dispersed in the molecular state. It is a true solution, homogeneous mixture. This is the solute, this is the solvent. Now in the colloidal system also, That is, let me take the and water and starch. Starch is added. When starch or gum is added, so gel is added, this is added to this one. The starch is dispersed in the form of that is bunches, not in the molecular state. It is dispersed in the form of the molecular bunches. Each dispersed particle is not equal to one molecule. Each dispersed particle size is greater than 1 nanometer. Therefore, it is a starch solution. Starch and water mixture is an example of colloidal solution, not the true solution. Why? It is the size of the particle matters. Size of the dispersal particle is greater than 1 nanometer. To say the solution, the size should be less than 1 nanometer. One thing. And second one is here, this is a dispersal in this. In the colloids, we are using the separate language for the solvent and solute. I say that this is water. Normally it is called as solvent. This is dispersed in its particles are distributed in the solvent. This is called as the solute, right? But here in colloidal chemistry, the solute is called as that is dispersed phase. This is called as the dispersed medium. Dispersion medium. Dispersion solvent is the dispersion medium, solute is the dispersed phase. So dispersed phase, dispersion phase, dispersed phase. This is the dispersion medium solvent. So here water is the dispersion medium. So that is the language used here. And based on the physical properties, physical state of the solutions are classified, that the colloids are classified into, binary colloids are classified into 8 types. So here there are 2 components. One is the solvent and other is the solute. One is the dispersion medium, other is the dispersed phase. Dispersion medium, plus dispersed phase. This is equal to colloidal solution. Colloid is formed. There are 2 components. This is nothing but the solvent. This is solute. So this can be physical. Now we are taking the physical state into the consideration. Physical state into the consideration for the classification of the colloids. See, dispersion medium can be a gas, liquid, and solid. Similarly, dispersed phase can be a gas, it can be liquid, it can be that is a solid. So based on this, so that is combinations, permutations and combinations, the 9 are possible. 9 types of colloidal solutions are possible. Now classification, first classification based on the physical state of dispersion phase dP and dispersion medium dm, short form and writing down. So 9 types are possible, but one thing, These are the heterogeneous mixtures. So whenever the dispersion phase is gas and dispersion medium is gas, colloidal solution is not possible. Why? So that is the gases form the what intimate mixture. That is, they mix thoroughly. That is, one component mixed with the other component in the molecular state. So formation of the heterogeneous mixture is not possible. Gases always form the homogeneous mixtures. Therefore, that is the gas in gas type of colloidal solution is not possible. By taking the two gases, we cannot prepare a colloidal solution. So, 1. So, this is the physical state of that is dispersion phase. Dispersed phase. Physical state of dispersion medium. Nothing but the solvent. Type of solution. Type of solution form. Example for that category. So let me take the first one. It can be gas. Solute is gas. Dispersed phase is gas. And this can be, that is gas is not possible, liquid. This is called as the gas is distributed in the liquid. Gas in liquid. Type colloidal solution. Gas in liquid. Liquid is the major component, gas is the minor component. That is froth. This is whipped cream. Foam. So you are adding the something and foam is forming. That is air is a trap. So in the liquid, the gas in liquid type colloidal solution, whipped cream or foam. This is the example of this one. Second one is the gas in solid. That is, gas is trapped in the solid. So this is solid foam, rubber foam, foam rubber. Yoga mat. They are all occluded gases. Occluded gases. That is nickel hydrogen, hydrogen nickel. So these are all come under the category of or any other thing, that is the occluded gases. That is they are all come under the category of that gas in solid type. Colloidal solution. So gas and gas type is not possible. And third one is so this is liquid. This is for liquid. 5, this is liquid. Liquid. So here, that is this is gas. This is liquid. This is, that is solid. Now the dispersion phase is liquid. Dispersion medium, I am wearing the dispersion medium. Liquid in gas type. Liquid in gas type solution. Gas type colloidal solution. So I am writing here. Liquid in gas type solution. Liquid is the minor component, gas is the major component. This is and froth. This is not froth. This is the fog. Fog, mist. These are all that is a small air. That's a liquid droplet. Water droplets are dispersed in the air. That is a fog is a colloidal system. And liquid in liquid. There are many examples. Liquid in liquid. That is, this is called as the liquid in liquid type solution. This is for liquid in liquid. This is solid. Liquid in liquid type solution. Emulsions. Two immiscible liquids are thoroughly stirred, like water and oil. So it's called as the emulsion. Let us discuss afterwards. Now, liquids, fifth one is, and this is liquid, this is solid. So solid to be trapped in, liquid to be trapped in solid gel. This is liquid in solid type colloidal solution. Liquid, this is the major is the solid, and butter, that is curds, butter, curds, gel, jellies, etc. Gel, these are all that's come under the category of there is a solid component is solid component. This is toothpaste, mud. Liquid is the major component, and that's the sand and all these things is that is minor component. This is butter, gel, curds, that is toothpaste, mud, etc. all come under the category of liquid in solid type. Liquid in solid type. Solid in liquid type. Solid is the major component, yes. Liquid in solid type. Next, sixth one is solid. Seventh one is solid. Eighth one is solid. Here, gas, liquid, solid. So this is, seventh one is solid in gas. Just classification, categorizing, solid in gas type. This is smoke. So that is carbon particles are dispersed in the air. And this is solid in liquid. Solid in liquid. Solid in liquid type colloidal solution. Liquid is the major, solid is the minor. Chala there are many examples. This is ink. You prepare the ink. Take a solid dye, blue dye, add to the water. The dyes of the ink is the colloidal solution. That is solid is added to the water. Liquid, that is solid in liquid type. Ink, that is paint. Ink, paint, that is and blood, etc. They all come under the category of solid in liquid type system. There is the ink, paint, solid. This is also solid. Solid in solid. Solid in solid type. This is solid in solid type. The solid in liquid type are called as salts. Just they are called as the salts. Solid in solid. These are gems. Colored glass. It's a colored glass. Glass. Colored glass, gems. That is A similar, all one solid is dispersed in the other solid, that is solid in solid type. The gems, colored glass, etc. They are all come under the category of that's solid solutions. Solid in solid type colloidal solutions. So gas in liquid type, and there is a cream, whipped cream, that is foam. Here gas in solid type. Gas in solid type. This is the foam, rubber, yoga mats, the occluded gases. You take the catalysis phenomena. That is all those come under the category of gas in gas type. Liquid in gas type, that is for small droplets of the liquid are dispersed in this one. This is called as aerosol. If the air is that is gas is the major component, that is dispersion medium. Air is the dispersion medium. Gas is the dispersion medium. Then that resulted colloidal solution is called as aerosol. Aerosol. Here also gas. This solid in gas type, smoke, aerosol. It's called as aerosol. The dispersion medium must be gas. Then it is called as the two aerosols are gas in solid, liquid in solid, and therefore the other one is not possible. That is gas in gas type is not possible. These are the examples of, that is different examples of colloidal solutions. Categorization based on the physical state of the dispersion medium, dispersed phase. So 8 types of colloidal systems are possible. One thing. And second thing is that here the solvent. So we are using the different word for the solvent, that is physical state of the dispersion medium. Dispersion medium can be liquid, anything. In case of when the dispersion medium is liquid, then based on the nature of the chemical that is taken, different names are given. Based on if the colloidal solution is formed, that is colloidal solution is formed, prepared by using the water as the dispersion medium. Water as the dispersion medium. It is called as the hydrosol. Water. Dispersion medium, water, I think. This is called as that is hydrosol. Or aquasol. Hydrosol or aquasol. If it is alcohol, instead of water, if you use the what? Dispersion medium is alcohol, it is called as the alkosol. If it is benzene is used, benzosol. Benzosol. So that is if the based on the chemical nature of the dispersion medium, when dispersion medium is liquid, based on the nature of the liquid used, so different names are given. Hydrosols or aquasols. If the water is the solvent or dispersion medium. If the alcohol is the solvent or dispersion medium, it is called as alkosol. Benzene, benzosol, and xylene, xylosol, toluene, tolosol. That is, you should know the names of that one. Just it is just based on that. But this all are liquids. All are liquids. So when it is a liquid, based on the chemical nature of the liquid, that is they are specifically known as, it is liquid. This is liquid, this is liquid, this is liquid. So this is the second classification, or this is just classification based on the physical state of this one.